Hey guys, welcome back to another live show on our Monday night. This is Tech Talk Live number 17, I think. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. We've got quite a few people with us already. Well, a few anyway. And yeah, the times changed this week for me, and I didn't even think about mentioning it. The YouTube servers, G Plus, and all that kind of, they just know these things, so I scheduled it for the same time as always. But I had daylight savings time start this week in my area, so hope this works out better for timing for some people. Hopefully, it's not worse for others. But yeah, it's been a good Monday, guys. I'm looking forward to this. As usual, every week I really look forward to my time with you guys. I get to hang out and talk tech. So I'm just going to get a couple of things set up. If you guys can let me know how the audio and video feed is coming across, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll just get a few things set up here. Guys, no homebrew this week. Store-bought beer again. Oh, that's pretty good after a long Monday. It always it suits the tech cast well anyway. But yeah, it looks like we got a few people here. Let me see if I can get my chat client working. Perhaps. YouTube changed some things again this week. I don't know. I'm pretty in tune to what YouTube is up to and G Plus, and they've been messing around with the notifications and changed a little bit in the streaming servers. So we'll see how this works. No, like not much difference on my end for setup, but I can tell when they're messing with things, particularly because I stopped getting G Plus notifications for a day or two. So apologize if I haven't caught up with all your comments and feedback. It's not on my end. I can see them on the videos, but I have so many videos. Unless it notifies me via the nifty little G Plus notifications or in the community section of my YouTube channel, I don't get to see them. I do try and keep up with them though, guys. I make time at least every couple of days to try and go through as many of the comments, if not all of them, as I can, and provide some feedback and some responses and answer your questions as well. I haven't got a feedback show this week lined up, but I think I'm going to do it as a podcast, but we'll see how that goes. I might just do an audio only version and put it out on the website. So much quicker, then I don't have to monopolize the video time. Let's see what we got. We've got some chat coming through. Who have we got in the chat? We have Leroy's here. Hey Leroy. Arsenio's here. Good to see Arsenio. And Gawkin Crawler is here. Gregor is here. And Glitch is here. Glitch made it. Brandon is here. Dirk is here. Hey guys, good to see you all. I think we'll have a pretty good crowd tonight. It should be a little bit of fun. Guys, blast this out on social media if you feel so inclined. Let some people know we're here. It's always a lot of fun. I love this live show. This is my time with you guys, my time to give back and talk directly to you. I just look forward to this all week. And it breaks up a Monday really nicely. Although it's not the best for broadcasting, it works. It gives me something to look forward to on a Monday. Glitch said also good audio and video here. Thanks, Glitch. Appreciate that. And Glitch says he's also got a desktop that he can actually use Skype. Well, we will open the Skype lines later, so dial in. And Eric says, hello, Eric. Happy Monday. Thanks, Eric. Jeff's here. Howdy, addicts. And yeah, looks like we're doing good. And Glitch said he already sent it out. Good stuff, Glitch. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with some of the pre-made stuff. I can get it queued up here. As usual, I will try and keep up with the chat as best I can, but lately the chat does go by pretty fast, so if I miss your question or something I should be seeing, please just post again. It's not spam if it's legit. And let's have a look. What do we got? And Paul's here. Hey, Paul. That's a new face. All right. As usual, we'll do viewer questions throughout. Just hit me up. Don't be shy. There's lots of really, really tech-savvy people in the chat. Lots of resources here. Any questions, comments, information, stuff you want to know, stuff you want to share, go ahead and post it in there because a really good crowd shows up here. It'll be well received. So we're going to do some tech news. We're going to cover the viewer challenge for this week. We're going to do some 3D printing stuff. A whole bunch of stuff from the community. This is the community of makers, hackers, nerds, amateur radio enthusiasts. You name it, anything goes here, guys. We don't discriminate. Anything goes here, as long as we keep it clean. We're going to do some stuff from the shop. Some sneak peeks that you'll see on the channel. We're going to do a tech tip of the week. If I can talk tonight, it's a Monday as usual. I'm tongue-tied. And then we're going to do some live viewer calls. You can add me on Skype at the Skype username scrolling across up there if you're not familiar with it. As well, throughout, if you're not familiar with it, I do have an electric imp microcontroller hooked to a printer. And this printer you can access at the link below. You can send me direct text messages on this printer, and please be kind, guys. Don't spam the printer. And yeah, you can hit me up there. If I fail to see it in the chat, you can send it right directly to the printer sitting right in front of my face. It works pretty good for this. All right, guys, I'm just going to catch up real quick. Every week I try and catch up as much as I can throughout, and so I can hit you guys up directly. Glitch said, hey, I'm starting my own in-move, starting with the skull. Good luck, Glitch. It is a fun project. You will have a blast, and you're going to be way ahead of me because I have the entire head assembly of the 3D printed in-move robot. Guys, if you haven't seen it, the in-move is a full-size human replica robot that is fully automated and as well integrated into many different methods of robotics. OpenCV for the eyes. I did brain interfacing for the arm. It's a really, really, really fun project. So Glitch, have fun with that. You'll have a blast. And it's also quite cheap. Some hobby servos and some filament and a 3D printer, and you're away. And you can make a fully functional, full-size human robot. Pretty cool stuff. I'm tongue-tied tonight, guys. I can tell right away at the beginning of cast whether I'm going to stumble a little bit. But yeah, well, what are you going to do? Glitch said he already printed the skull cap. So that's one of the tops of the skull. Good stuff. 7322 Matthew C. I'm another new UK listener. This is fantastic. Well done, Eric. Thank you, sir. Glad to have some new faces here. Hope you enjoy. Always willing to have new people around. You're going to find there's a pile of really cool people in the chat. A lot of fellow content creators, YouTube video creators, so feel free to hover over their names and check out their channels. I advise that every week because usually the question comes up, I get it PM'd to me all the time, where do I find more tech channels and more tech people? Well, you can find them one of the sides here where the chat is. I think it's outside. No, it's outside. Anyway, check out some of the people over there. And good stuff. Let's see. Survival Tech Nord is here. Good evening, Eric / everyone. Hey, good to see you. Yet another YouTube content creator. Survival Tech Nord has a pretty big channel, makes some really good videos too, as I was saying. And Curio Foxtrot says, I really want to do my own in-move. I've been seeing the fantastic work people are doing with it for almost a year now. I'm going to get my own printer first so I don't have to use the universities. Absolutely. You do want your own printer for the in-move. It is an involved project and there is a long print time on a lot of parts. But now that you can buy printers so cheap, it's worth the investment. If you're into building a project like that, say you paid, I don't know, it depends. If you want to build your own printer, you can build it pretty cheap now. If you want to buy a commercial one, you can buy like what I got, like the Solidoodle type thing, or 100 others now. You're into like $400-ish. You can't buy a humanoid robot for that amount of money, and you can print multiple of them for that amount of money. So you just need the printer, and ABS or PLA is cheap. So yeah, just do it. And Hopping Madman is here. Hey guys, and I think we are good. Let's go. What else we got here, guys? So we're gonna do some tech news. Guys, this came out today. At least today was the first day I've been able to see it. The new Apple Watch, compatible with all the iPhone stuff. Uh, Guys, I don't know about this, but I'll say my piece on it. They managed to charge 300 and some odd dollars for the ugliest bloody watch ever. Good on them. Two thumbs up. If they can make a go of it, good on them. It is a neat piece of tech, but yeah, whatever. We'll see where it goes. I'm sure it'll go over very well with the Apple fanatics. Good stuff, guys. This came up last week. The NASA Dawn probe nears the Ceres dwarf planet, moves closer to the mystery lights, and because of the comments here on the show last week, I was able to find out what the heck is going on. And this is what I managed to find. I think we have a theory about the lights. Someone go get Jebediah back from Ceres, please. Rescue mission, please. Anyway, this was another one that came up today. This is on the Wired channel. It's about the Chappie movie. It's an upcoming, probably going to be a blockbuster if it isn't already. I don't even know whether this is out, but I did see the previews for it, and it struck an interest in me just because of my interest in robotics. Although this thing is entirely computer generated, it's all CGI in the movie. I like, yeah, everyone really, like iRobot and stuff like that was well received, especially with people like our crowd. I'm interested to see this just on the basis that it is a robots in a movie. How far wrong can we go? Terminator 2 made a heck of a lot of money doing that. Alright, I'm going to take a quick look and see if I can catch up in the chat. Let's see what we've got. What have we got? Glitch said, I built my printer for sub $500 US back in August of 2013. 2013 was, things were a little bit more expensive then, so absolutely. Arsenio just looked at a completed in move. That's freaky. Yes, it can be. It is a little eerie looking. It is neat. And Dirk asked, did you move the talk up 1 hour? Better for us in Europe. Yeah, it's up 1 hour if you don't, well, because of daylight savings time. It's the same time for me here, but we moved the clock ahead the clocks ahead in the spring, and we moved them back in the fall. So yeah, a little bit of change. Arsenio said Jep again. Let's see. Glitch said the security issues they are presenting with the Apple Watch is scary. They are planning on integrating the opening garage doors and hotel doors, etc. This all comes not much after the iCloud breach. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And Joseph's here. Hey Jay, good to see you. Hamrat88 is here and says, geez, every time it takes me 15 minutes to find the show. Well, just subscribe to the channel. You should get notified, but maybe not. You can set a reminder through the G Plus invitation too. Curios Foxtrot says 3D animation is kind of my thing. I have some little scraps posted to my channel, including using a quadcopter for 3D scanning. Absolutely. And let's see what else we got. Jim Connor is here. Wow, after 4 weeks of trying, I finally made a live chat. Hey folks. Hey Jim, good to see you. I think we are good. And Leroy didn't know that Canada had daylight savings. We absolutely do, and we absolutely need it because it was dark here all bloody winter till no daylight through the workday, and this is nice. It is still daylight out. It is nice and sunny right now. We're above freezing for the first time in 2 months. I love it. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, let's see what else we got here, guys. Let's go. Community sport time, guys. Remember, as you all know, the best way you can support this channel is to like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos. Please consider giving a thumbs up if you like this type of video. It's a button right down below. As well, if you find yourself in a position where you have an extra 10 cents, 50 cents, or a buck, please check out my Patreon campaign. It's linked below. This is Kickstarter for content creators. It lets us keep the lights on and pay for internet access for the stuff like this. And that's what mine goes to, is so I can stream to you guys. You can give a buck, become Patreon, a Patreon patron, and you will get perks for this. There will be... We're going to work that out, actually. I have a meeting with at least 3 people in the patrons coming up. So actually I'm going to involve everyone coming up soon, and we're going to decide how we're going to do the reward structure. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see if we can do some direct collab stuff, as well as the direct collab stuff we usually do. Guys, some 3D printing stuff this week. Adafruit Industries puts out videos every week on 3D printing stuff, and you're gonna see this as a recurring theme because I find nothing out there better. They put out this great content. So they did these custom hat graphics with 3D printing, and I'm not big into the custom hat thing, but what I found interesting was that they were printing it with like NinjaFlex with a flexible filament, which is I've never used. So I like seeing it hands-on when they're actually making something and sewing it to a hat to gauge how well this filament performs in a flexible situation. And I got a lot out of this video. So as well, guys, tasty tidbit down below, you can find a link to the MKme.org website where all of this content, all these videos are itemized in one, so you don't have to try and find them. You can just click to them after and watch them if you're interested. I really like that video, but what I like even better is the Noe and Pedro. Every week they do a full live hangout on the Adafruit channel, where they do everything 3D printing. They cover a huge gamut of topics, and if you want to stay on top of what's coming and what's out there, these guys do a great job of sharing it. I truly love this show. Maybe one of these days I'll get them to attend our hangout here. At least one was invited this week, so we'll see if they stop by. It might be fun. Guys, check out their show. Guys, Tested, this is Jamie and Adam Savage, are kind of related with the Tested channel on YouTube. They put out a really cool video this week on a coating available for 3D prints. Now, admittedly, like I do a lot of coating stuff on my 3D prints by acetone bathing them. It's not a coating, I choose to smooth them. They found basically it looks like a fiberglass resin that you can dress your prints in and make them more robust and smoother and just overall neat. The fact that it went mainstream, that this is a commercial product, interests me. That we're starting to see these large-scale resins and stuff available for dressing up 3D prints. This is just one more step on the road to making semi-more mainstream products. Admittedly, 3D printer doesn't do well at mass-produced parts, but pretty neat to see that this stuff is going mainstream and there's no holding it back now. Really cool stuff. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to catch up on the chat for a moment here, guys. There was quite a pile goes by and I can't keep up with it, but we'll try. Leroy said his time changed in Ohio. Yep, for sure. You're not that far from me, Leroy. You're I'm not that far from Ohio. And we've got some help going on. Hamrad88 said my Raspberry Pi 2 is running. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Love the Pi 2. I haven't played with mine yet. Love the concept of it. Huge memory, big power, for the same price we always paid for a Pi. Totally cool. Glitch said, don't forget to mention the forum. Absolutely, Glitch. I will cover a bit on the forum later because we've done a huge amount of mods in the MKme.org forum, and thank you to you specifically for prompting a pile of those. And sent him some Bitcoin I mined. Actually, I I forgot all about that glitch. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for the Bitcoin. Very much appreciated. And Glitch said the Ninja Flex filament takes a lot of tuning to get it right, and you can't sand as easily as ABS to try and clean it up. Plus, it's fairly expensive. At least PLA ABS standards. Yeah, absolutely. But when we need to move into something flexible, it's pretty neat that we can still print that. It's just another option. Definitely wouldn't be my go-to standard to print out of, without a doubt. Leroy said, I just shared the video of my Hero Junior project. Absolutely, we will get to that. And what else we got? Leroy said, straight up I-75 to Detroit, only 4 or 5 hours away. Yeah, and I'm only 3 hours beyond that. Not even. And Curio Foxtrot says, I love how we live in an age of at-home, do-it-yourself engineering. It's like cyberpunk fantasy novel. I can't agree more. This is why I love having these live shows, love us talking about this stuff, because the realm of possibility has gone from science fiction to science fact inside of like a matter of a handful of years. Yes, 3D printers have been around a long time. Not possible for the average person. Now the average person can have one sitting on their desk, like mine sitting right beside me. Take an idea from concept to prototype to final product in minutes to hours, not years. Unbelievable. I love it. I get excited about that. And 7322 Matthew WC said, sorry for the newbie question, but what is a Pi? The Raspberry Pi is an I don't have one here. Oh, I didn't have it sitting on the desk. It's an all-in-one little tiny computer you can buy for $30. It runs Linux. Actually, it can run more than just basic Linux. You can turn it into just about anything you want. It's an all-in-one PC, quad-core, 1 gig of RAM, video card on board, audio on board, USB, multiple ports, Ethernet on board. $30. That's the Pi. You got to check it out. If you haven't seen them, you will love it. It is a gateway drug to combining microcontrollers and PC power. And what does it do? It does whatever you wish it would do. It has GPIO. You can run inputs, outputs. You can just use it to host your movies. You can do everything. It's a huge topic. We could talk for it on hours. Survival Tech Nord said, I meant to ask, how is your next balloon project coming along? I missed a couple of tech talks as I didn't get the updated info. There wasn't any. So I haven't done any more on the high altitude balloon. I'm totally behind on that. I've got to get moving on that if we're going to launch this year. I've got to figure out where the finance situation is to afford it. I mentioned before I am getting married this year. Some sacrifices must be made. And the balloon mission does cost a little bit of money. I would like to do another this year, though, and I'll update soon as I figure out how we can pull this off. I would love to launch again, except this time I want to hit over 100,000 really bad. And I did get a message on the IMP, Survival Tech Nord. I've been dying to spam the IMP. And yeah, that's what we get through on the printer. We're doing pretty good tonight. Not too much spam coming through. I had to unplug it last week, but we put some, thanks to Steven, we put some anti-spam methods in there. Yeah, admittedly, there's ways around them, and people will still abuse it if they want to, but that's good stuff. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to catch up on the chat just for another second, and we're going to carry on. Comms Prepper is here. Hey, Comms Prepper, good to see you. And Leroy said, I think the Pi 2 is $35. Yeah, close enough. Actually, we might as well just say it's like 40 or 45. Most places are truly around there, especially by the time you got to ship it. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Jeff Barr said, translation, more Patreon needed. Yeah, I'm gonna... I always use what funds we have available for the most relevant project at the time. And right now we're using the Patreon funds to fund this broadcast right now because my ISP is just foolish in charging more money for a little bit more upload bandwidth. But yeah, any more funds that come into the channel get put directly into projects like that. And if people wanted to see a balloon launch and we had the bandwidth to do it with our funds, absolutely, that would be our priority. Good stuff. And Chong McBong's here. Let's see what else we got. I think we are good. We did get one more message. Joseph spamming, they're not spamming the imp, but he sent me imp gone wild. Good stuff. All right, let's go. Running a little behind. So, viewer challenge this week. Every week, guys, I want to see what you guys are making. Preferably, if you can send it to me before the Monday so I can squeak it in on the live broadcast, it'd be really appreciated, but I'll take it anytime. Hit me up on any of the social media down below. Just send it over. And this week, we got some stuff. So, my free time story, I can't remember whether he's with us. I don't think he's with us tonight yet, but I'm sure he'll watch it later. He did an Arduino Speedbag counter. So this is actually like a Speedbag for working out. This one was a little close to my heart because he pinged me, I don't know how many weeks ago it was, directly on, I think it was Facebook. And as I get tons of messages on Facebook, asking me how to build something, but this was a clear and concise question, plus I knew who he was from previous interactions, and he wanted to build this thing, so I threw him some inputs, and I was thinking like a tilt sensor and whatever, and he came up with the coolest solution, way beyond what I thought of in the short amount of time. He just took a photocell and a light source and blasted it across so that the Speedbag interrupts the light source and counts it. Now, admittedly, you're going to get some extra counts in there from it bouncing, but he'll work that out. It was an awesome little project. Take something he needed. He wanted to count the Speedbag impacts. Boom, prototyped it, done, LCD display, and it worked. Totally cool. And this week, Glitch, who is with us, put his... this is for the Without Borders project that we're working on, guys. This is where we share projects that we can help other places in the world. Glitch promised this. He delivered. He posted his entire portable solar-powered vaccine/diabetic/medical cooler that can be used in off-grid situations. Peltier junction, battery, solar power, boom, you got yourself a refrigeration unit where nothing is an option. Really, really cool project. Glitch took a lot of time and typed up a big post on it. Guys, you got to check this out. Again, these are all linked from the website. And you can find this one on our own forum too. Really cool project. Leroy posted his update to the Hero Junior robot, and right before this cast I did catch it in the chat where he said this thing is alive. So he took I don't know whether to call these things ancient, but this is an old robot kit and gave it new life with an Arduino. Really, really cool project. Neat to see the old technology get a new brain, and he's brought this thing to life. We'll see how this goes in upcoming videos. This one I'll maybe have to share big screen here, guys. This came in not long before the broadcast. Brandon, Brandon's with us. He sent me some pictures on the Facebook page, on the Eric William Facebook page, of his ground station and his FPV flight to space rig. I'm guessing, I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but I'm guessing, seeing as how there is a helium filling rig and it looks like a balloon in the bottom right, I'm guessing that box is his payload module for his high altitude balloon. This thing is really cool. Most advanced ground station I have ever seen. This is going to be a neat project to watch, guys. I can't wait to see more on it. It's going to be neat. All right, guys. I think... No, we had one more. Dirk got this in right before the cast. Found this one really interesting. I may go large view on this real quick, too. He took an ESP8266, the $3-ish Wi-Fi module, and turned it into a time server for Arduino to pull internet time, pull time from a time server. Totally cool. This just resonated with me immediately because we often use real-time clock modules on board. But if you're doing an Internet of Things, why not pull it right from a time server? Makes total sense. It was neat to see this code developed. Be neat to see this project develop and see him post some more on the code. I think you guys will enjoy that. I thought it was really cool, guys. Love seeing the new uses for especially a $3 Wi-Fi module. Love it. All right, I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick, guys. Or maybe I won't. There's quite a bit. Gail's here. Wow. Hi, Gail. So, we have we have a celebrity in the mix. So, Gail, who joined us, is the father of InMove. For those not familiar, we didn't cover a lot of the InMove stuff tonight, and this is the worst night. I don't have any of my own coverage of the InMove at all. Sorry, Gail. Gail is the one who brought us InMove from start to finish. He made it. He is the father and shared it out open source for all of us to be building them. Thank you, Gail. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, a little honored you managed to make it by. Good stuff. And I'm sure there'll be more comments here below this as he's recognized. Or perhaps not. What have we got? Sorry, guys. I am trying to keep up with the chat here, but yeah, I got all sidetracked when I saw Gail here. A little starstruck for a moment there. Dirk said he's going to post the code to GitHub soon. Thank you, Dirk. We will appreciate that. Thank you for all your work on the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. It is awesome. And Brandon says, thanks, Eric. I'm almost ready for my first launch. Brandon, please let us all know in the G+ community when you go to launch. We would love to be involved in that and track it live. And Glitch says to Gail, I'm assuming you run the @InMove account on Twitter that I've been spamming recently. Oh, good stuff. I actually, early on, sidebar here, guys, early on when I built the my InMove arm that you guys have seen the videos on that I did the brain interface on, Gail was the first to point out early on that I had the arm disassembled. I had the hand dog-legged on the arm, and we were back and forth in some of the Google forums when I needed some help on a few things. Gail helped me out every time, but kept pointing out, you need to fix that hand, because I was making videos on it, so I'd put like captions over the video, don't assemble your hand like this, so all of his future people, anyone that saw the video, wouldn't assemble the darn thing wrong. So I had to go back on these videos numerous times and make the captions bigger. I was petrified everyone who saw my videos was going to assemble their InMove arm wrong. But yeah, Gail helped me out a lot on the InMove build, and I can't thank him enough for making such an amazing project available to us all. Guys, you got to check out the inmove.fr website if you haven't seen it. If you've got a 3D printer, you should think about making at least one piece of it and sharing it with the world. All right, let's see what else we got. And Glitch was asking about when the legs are going to be done. I'll catch up with the chat after that because I'm interested on how the bottom half of the InMove is coming. All right, guys, what else we got? The announcement, the news. This isn't totally new this week. Guys, you've seen it before. I branched off. I did start another division of the MakeMe.org. We started MakeMe Media. There's a link to the YouTube channel down below where I will be posting YouTube side of things, media side of things, not the tech side of things. So I've had people ask on how to make some of the videos and how to do some of the content. That's where it'll be posted if you're interested in such a thing. All right. From the community, guys, I saw this week. Again, all this is linked below on the website. You can check out these videos. Grant Thompson did another really cool addition to his arc furnace. So this is an arc furnace he made with some transformers and some parts of old batteries, the carbon rods, and he melts steel, rock, glass, you name it. But he finally did the how-to video, how to make this yourself. And I'm actually thinking there's a maker use for this. If you'd like to cast out of metal, you can now forge it very easily at home using his setup. No question. You just need the molds. Molding's going to be another topic, but don't do it inside like he did. God, it scared the hell out of me. This guy was actually doing this indoors, and it looked like in his workshop that was based in his house. Anyway, cheers to Grant. Good job, Grant. Marco Arduino channel did some more work on the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module for Arduino. A lot of stuff on this chip, as we just discussed a few minutes ago. This is a really powerful little Wi-Fi chip. So I love seeing these videos come out, especially from people that a lot of us follow, and they contribute back this code. Open source as always. D. Parson, I think this is Dale, did another installment on the mom's timer. And this is a neat project because he chose to build a timer circuit, basically like a fancy egg timer, except with a lot more function, but built it from the ground up. Didn't take the easy way out with just a pre-made Arduino. He actually did all the legwork right from the ground up. Boards, chips, power supplies, crystal, everything's separate. And I have to say that it's neat to see because it can bridge the gap between us using pre-made simple Arduinos like the Nano I use and everything, but be able to proto it in the application you want using the same Atmega 328. So really, really cool. Or any Atmega you choose, actually. I think you'll like that video. OpenROV, this is another open source project I really, really like. This is for underwater exploration. We've mentioned it on the channel once before. This is for exploring shipwrecks, underwater stuff, you name it. All open source, but you can buy some of the components from them. They did a technical overview this week of how the system's on board. This thing works really good, guys. Neat to see this get some traction and now take things from we've taken to the air with all of our quadcopters and, as everyone loves to call them, drones. Now we're under the water successfully. I forget the depth this thing is certified to or capable of, but it's an impressive unit, guys. You like it. Guys, I'm just going to take 2 seconds and catch up on the chat. There is a lot of it, and I hate to miss anything good. And yeah, Curio pointed out, oh, the designer of InMove is here. Absolutely. Gail said you did great, Eric. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. That means a lot. Sorry for having so many videos that had the arm backwards. I felt bad for that. Anthony Wavra is here. Good stuff. Thanks, Anthony. And what else we got? Glitch said, hey, Grant is a little silly. I'll be getting my aluminum furnace up and running again in the next month or so. It's starting to warm up here. Hit 55 today. Glitch, I forgot that you were into some of the forging too. Good stuff. David Watts is here. Hey all, looks like I missed the new time. I'll pick up the rest tomorrow. Hey David, good to see you. Appreciate you dropping by. Sorry the time changed this week. I didn't know how to notify you guys. Google just puts it out automatically for me, but yes, it did move because of my daylight savings time. Comms Prepper had to go. Cheers, sir. Glad you could stop by. And what else we got? Leroy said, I really want to make an OpenROV. Have wanted one for a while now. Yeah, me too. I think is really, really cool, and I'd love to dunk it into some of the inland lakes around here that I know have some neat stuff underneath them. But yeah. Chong McBong says, I think multi-rotors is a nicer word. I agree fully. Multi-rotors is a great word. And drone sounds ominous. Yeah, drone is a bad word for it. It shouldn't be, but it's been made to be. And Glitch said, also a guy here on YouTube is making an awesome ROV meant for some crazy depths. He's working with OpenROV. It's milled aluminum and basically a long tube. And the guy's username is SV Seeker. Glitch, can you send that to me? I would love to check that out, actually, because I was looking at the engineering side of me looks at the open ROV and right away looks at it as the depth is going to be minimal on that thing forever. I love what they're doing, but depth is going to be a problem with that shape and design. Something tubular or spherical makes sense to me much more. So I would love to check out anyone else making stuff. So yeah, send that to me. Good stuff. What else we got, guys? The Hacksmith. This is another channel I subscribe to. He's actually local to me. He has a huge following. He's won some awards. He's been on Hackaday and a bunch of other stuff. He did some garage design. Now, admittedly, this isn't directly related to tech, but he shared a bunch of the information and the files, actually. 3D CAD drawings, basic drawings of his brand new workshop garage. And he's basically crowdsourcing the design of the interior of it for his Hacksmith Industries. I thought this was really cool because it gets people for people who are already good with CAD, no problem. They're going to have fun with it, whip something out, throw some really cool ideas. People who maybe aren't so familiar with CAD, yeah, get a chance to play around with it, move some stuff around, maybe design some things. I thought this was cool. This was a neat way to engage some makers and some creators out there to just get them involved. So I love this guy's channel. He does a lot of fun stuff. Guys, if you didn't see it, some of you did. I was live last week on the W5KUB.com Amateur Radio Roundtable. He has had me as a guest. I think this would be second or maybe third time now. I did a lot of talk. This talk was about the software-defined radios. If you're into that, you can check out the link below. It was more or less on the cheap $10 USB sticks that I use for all the crazy satellite receiving and stuff. So it was fun. I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you for having me on the show. I had a blast. Definitely come back again if you'll have me. Victor Kilo Yankee Echo. This guy's an amateur radio operator, and he's been playing around with these 433 megahertz transmitters that I use for the Arduino satellite project. This is also my smoke sensor project. He's pushing the limits of these things now. Now he piped in voice via electret microphone directly to it to pump out voice right over the air, and was successful. The thing worked, and I love seeing this stuff, taking these sub 50-cent transmitters that are good for about a kilometer, actually more than a kilometer. They're good for nearly a mile if you get a good antenna on it and get it up like above ground level, and doing things that they were never designed for. Totally cool. Hacking at its best. And that's it for that segment, guys. Let's see if I can catch up on a couple things. Gail says, guys, I have to sleep and it's a long day. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Gail. If you're still here, thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. It's an honor to have you. And Glitch said, I'm subscribed to the Hacksmith. He does some amazing stuff with pneumatics. Yes, his exoskeleton is just crazy. I'm actually scheduled. One of these days, I'm supposed to get down and spend some time with him. We talked offline a little bit, just some messages back and forth, and quickly showed him the channel. He is invited here every week, but he's a busy guy. And we're supposed to get together at some point, so I'll get down there. Maybe I'll maybe do an on-the-spot interview for you guys or something. I think that would be a lot of fun. And see what he has to say, maybe share some knowledge. And what else we got? Glitch shared the OpenROV link, but Glitch, can you throw that in the G+, because I don't get these comments after they go away. And yeah, he said he's going to share it out. Awesome. And what else we got? My free time story is here. Hello, first live show, home with a sick kid. Hey, buddy, actually, we covered your project a little earlier. You might want to go back and grab the replay of this cast where I did show them your Speedbag, and yacked on it a little bit. That's an awesome project. Really enjoyed you sharing that and just hitting me up on it. It was really cool. And Jeff Barr, Hacksmith, cool, Willet Laser. Yeah, guys, check out the Hacksmith. You can find his link from the website or you can just search Hacksmith on YouTube. You'll find him really easy. Great channel, huge following too. It's a big channel. And good stuff. We're getting some guys subscribed to meet my free time story too. Good stuff, guys. Great. Let's see what else we got. Where are we at? Some stuff from the shop this week, guys. The DIY gas sensor went out this week. The quick overview video. This went over really well. Thank you for all the support on this, guys. This is a fun project. Something about being able to prototype it almost within, well, it was all within 48 hours from the time I mentioned it to you guys to the time I had a functional unit. Something about that just carries through and just makes it exciting, and I swear it comes across in the content too, or the project itself. Just something about being able to rapidly prototype something. Anyway, super fun project. More on that coming up, guys. This one not really from the shop, but guys, we crossed 6,666 subscribers on the channel this afternoon. I'm not sure what that kind of an omen or whatever means, but that's a big number for our little community here. We're getting bigger, guys. Thank you for all your support and your subscriptions. But even more so, this I wanted to share. So this, guys, I look at the analytics of the channel religiously. I monitor things. I keep an eye on things. I try and take your input whenever I can and try and share back whenever I can. Content is king here, guys. I want to show what you guys are interested in. And guys, this is what we got this week. This is today. This is 1 month running, and I value the likes and dislikes ratings, guys. 900 to 14. 14 dislikes to 900 likes on the videos in the last, this is 30 days. So I think we're doing something right. I thank you for all your input. No matter what, I don't get too upset about the dislikes, but I do care about the ranking of things. And if there was something all lopsided, well, I try and change it. So thank you for all your thumbs up. They make a big difference. They matter. We use them. Content creators, we look at this. So really cool stuff, guys. Thank you. Projects Without Borders. This is what Glitch mentioned earlier. Glitch did contribute to this directly. A vaccine cooler. This is, guys, you can find this on the MKme.org forum. There's a bunch of sub-forums now where you can contribute your projects, your ideas, your wild whatever thoughts you have about something that might make something better in the world, make the world better, help someone out. Guys, throw it in there. Let's use our collective knowledge, see what we can make together. This is a collaborative effort. Guys, if you're planning on patenting something or want to keep it to yourself, well, this wouldn't be the place for it. This is for us to collaborate with each other, bounce ideas around, make some new projects. So this is basically the forum setup. It has changed since then. There's more forums than this. I should update this thumbnail. But we have a whole bunch of different topics that you can post. Basically anything goes in there. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it to see what we can do. There's already some great ideas in there. We're batting some stuff around. I need to get some of my information in there and try and type up some of my projects in the near future and just get that info out. I just love this project and I love where it's headed. So let's see where it goes. Maybe you'll find it interesting too. All right, guys. Let's see. Oh, not that button. Yeah. I'm going to try and catch up here momentarily on the chat. And we're going to see where we're at here real quick. All right. I think we're good. I'm going to catch up on the chat really quick. Try and make it quick this time, guys. I know this gets monotonous with the chat, but maybe not. Glitch said, nice on going to the hacksmith. Talked with him briefly about getting on the motors and controllers from one of the e-bikes. That got left in the garage, so I get my go-kart frame I've got. Yeah, he had a ton of e-bikes in there, didn't he? And Glitch said, hey, the GSG, I don't even remember what that stood for. Our gas sensor grenade. Yeah, it is getting its showtime. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And evil subscription count. Yeah, it is. David said, I hopefully have an upcoming high altitude balloon project to save me some Googling. Can anyone suggest somewhere to get a good start? I reckon I can sort the electronics, but build and logistics. Guys, I'm pretty sure you're probably already getting a few newer comments than what I've got. David, just hit me up directly. What I'll do is maybe just export you a dump of the stuff I have. I have dozens and dozens and dozens of links and the tools I used and even some pre-flight checklists I made. I can just give all that to you. It might help you. It might be just noise. What have we got? And Curio Foxtrot. Let me just make sure I'm actually... There we go. Sorry, I was off camera. Curio Foxtrot asks, Eric, do you know much about the virtual reality? The graphics side of the industry is exploding over VR and interaction through motion capture. Open source projects are popping up in a few places. Curio, I haven't played around with it much. I wanted to get into the OpenCV, and I wanted to get into more, not virtual reality. I think the big bet is in augmented reality, so blending the VR with the real world. And I've seen this with augmented reality business cards and stuff, which never really caught on yet. But the augmented stuff, I think that's what I'm interested in and going to pay some attention to right soon. I don't know whether I'm overly going to get into it, though. I did want to make... we'll leave that, actually, because I already have part of it built. Next video. Yeah. And Curio Foxtrot, I'm adding a lot of these channels you are mentioning. Fantastic work on these. Curio, good stuff. That's why I do this. Try and get these things shared. As I mentioned earlier, make sure you just hover over the names in this chat, because if you're in Windows, if you hover over them, you will see they have YouTube channels too. Subscribe to pretty much everybody in here. And I think we are... Scott says AR is the future. Yeah, I agree fully. I think AR is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Forget about being closed into virtual. Let's go augmented. Then you can move around and blend it all together. Totally cool stuff. It just blows my mind, especially the new Microsoft stuff coming up on it. That is interesting that Microsoft has... By the way, guys, you probably saw it a few weeks ago. Microsoft committed to augmented reality, so they're in it. So if they're in it, some stuff's coming. Don't know how good it'll be, but we'll see. Joseph said via the IMP, new videos tomorrow, new tripod, woohoo, new video on RGB LED strips with Arduino. Good stuff, Joseph. And we're good. Update on the Bitcoin miner. Guys not familiar, I've been running a very small Bitcoin miner as an experiment on this channel, just to be involved and to learn more about Bitcoin mining. I'm curious about things. I like to understand them. I like to actually try them, and I like numbers. Guys, I've got numbers for you. So we are on, let me go back. What are we at? We are at week 5. So we're 5 into this. We have drawn exactly $4.04 Canadian. Draws 48 watts all of the time, so $4.04. Last week we were at $4.21 a Bitcoin. This week at this investment of Hydro, we're at $5.15, proving that it is in fact possible, even on these small Bitcoin miners right now, to still maintain your head above water. Not by much, but it made money. Now, admittedly, Bitcoin did take a little jump in value recently, which helped that a little bit, but we're supporting the blockchain. We're taking initiative. We're helping Bitcoin. So, yeah, you can run one on a Raspberry Pi, and not going to make a fortune, but yeah, it can do all right, even at my Hydro prices. Guys, I think we're getting down to the wire here. Let me see. What do we got for time? 7:55. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the Skype lines here right now, guys. And then I'm going to catch up on the chat. I'll bash the microphone. Get a headset on here. We'll open the Skype lines so you guys can call in if anyone likes to. And we'll finish up here. I don't have to rush right off at the top of the hour tonight, guys. So, but we're not going to go much over. We'll see how things go. And we do have a contact request, so we're going to accept that. And we're going to go online. Good stuff. And I'm going to catch up on the chat really quick here, guys. And let's see. Where are we at? Guys, Skype line is open. Feel free to call in. I will be able to take your call. You can be live on the air. No video required, so you can just call in by audio. And what have we got? Curio said AR also has open source projects popping up. Yeah, actually AR there's been some open source AR stuff for several years now. Back when I started making Android apps. By the way, yes, I do make those. Oh, we've got a call. We've got Glitch with us. Hey, Glitch.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. Let me just check, make sure I'm not going to blast out the audio too loud. Perfect.
Okay.
Looking good.
Okay, there we go. So I just wanted to say that I've been getting my Bitcoin mining on. I've got 4 Antminer S1s and an Antminer S3, and they've been doing pretty good.
Oh, good stuff.
And I just recently got my 6-monitor desktop going again. I've only got 4 of the 6 monitors running. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty good setup. I plan to do some stuff with RC, like an RC base with it, like a telemetry setup.
Oh, very good.
That's going to be a project kind of down the road, but I've got a lot of stuff planned and hoping to do a lot more videos here soon.
Good.
Yeah, I'll be on the forum a lot more too here, kind of helping out with that.
Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you for all your suggestions on the forum and the new topics that we should have. Much appreciated, because I want the forum to be whatever people want it to be.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It doesn't cost anything for me to open a new forum, so
oh yeah.
Let's put it all out there.
And yeah, I just recently am getting started on my Move project. I got the whole top of the skull cap printed.
Very good.
And right now I'm printing the front eye plate, like the where the eyes go in.
That's actually an involved little part, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not started on the eye mechanics yet, but just the eye sockets alone are being a bit of an issue, because I'm having to adjust support material a lot more than I had to use on the top of the skull piece. Because what it's doing is the eyes, they've got these little inserts that they put in the design.
Yep.
And the printer will bump over those and pull them just slightly and knock them out of place.
Oh, yeah, I had trouble with that
So I'm just kind of increasing support to hopefully give it a little more rigidity on that.
Yeah. For guys not familiar, this is just the head that Glitch is printing right now. This is just the head assembly. It's a lot of pieces.
I'm keeping a running log of the time and all my settings and everything to hopefully help people out. Just the skull cap alone, like the top back, the top left, and the top right, has taken 15 hours.
Yeah, it does take quite a pile, if I remember.
Although it does help to slow down your print time, or slow down your print speed. Normally I print between 50 and 60 millimeters a second. I slowed it down to 35 just to prevent failures and save cost.
Yeah, these pieces were... Actually, these ones didn't take too much for mine. This is the top left, I think.
What infill setting are you running?
Pretty minimal. I ran them really low, and actually this was on my old printer, I can tell, because the layers aren't bound, and it turned out really crappy, and it should actually be reprinted, but there's no load on these pieces, so I'm not worried about it. They're not structural. Yeah,
that's the same thing I'm thinking here. I'm not even holding them together with screws. I'm using little pieces of the filament, actually,
absolutely,
and acetone welding them together. There's no need to get fancy with the screws on this bit.
tasty tidbit for stuff like that. You can also what I used actually for the arm for the hand pivot points. I
Mm-hmm.
use weed eater twine, the bright green
Yeah.
neon chartreuse nylon,
Yeah.
but it works really good because you just either need to whack it with a lighter or a high temp iron,
Oh
and
yeah.
it mushrooms the head out perfectly to make a rivet every time,
Huh.
perfectly round.
Really?
So if you wanted to make it inside and out from the head, pull it through and then just whack it with your soldering iron, you have a rivet from both sides.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, it worked actually really good because there's just enough shrinkage to actually pull the two parts together.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was random. I didn't think it would work, but it does.
And also, I just want to say this one last thing here.
Sure.
I just hit 91 subscribers just now.
Congratulations,
And a
Glitch.
lot of that is due to you, kind of mentioning my little projects and everything. I wanted to say thank you and for everything you're doing for the community, and you're really helping out people that you can't quite even, see.
Well, I appreciate you guys out there. As I've mentioned before, I get my ideas from you guys. I enjoy the stuff you create. As a community, we can make anything, and I'm a firm believer it doesn't matter how many subs people
Yeah,
have or
yeah,
that kind of crap has no place around here. It's
yeah,
if you've got something to share and you want to share it, I'll share it if I'm interested. Now, admittedly, I don't always share everything if
hmm
it's, but I thank you guys.
I plan to start a similar kind of talk show, probably, more better time for the UK friends.
Yeah, yeah, very
You know,
good.
sharing these kind of things, give back to the community type deal. I really like, what you're doing. You're inspiring a lot of people.
Thank you very much. It's you guys that I'm getting it from. I'm just sharing it back out. Another channel.
Okay, well, thank you, and
Thank
have a
you,
nice
sir.
night.
You too. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Bye. Excellent, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for the kind words, Glitch. It hits me right here. It's I really enjoy you guys your feedback. Really enjoy it, especially when it's positive, obviously. But that's a pretty cool community we've got going on here. I really, really love it. All right, let's see what we've got here, guys. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick. Try not to concentrate on the chat when I'm in a call anymore. I notice myself doing that when I'm in a Skype call as I'm staring at the chat, and I hope you guys don't think I'm not paying attention. All right, what have we got here, guys? How's it going in the chat? Ah, Steven's here. Crap, I missed it. He says, Steven, hi, buddy. We mentioned you a couple times already. I'm glad you made it. David's still here. And Hopping Madman said, would love to get into Bitcoin here in Mexico. Our power cost is super low. Even with an old system, you could make a nice buck. Absolutely. If the price of hydro is definitely the deciding factor, especially if you can go off grid. Then it's really awesome. Steven forgot about the time difference too. Yeah, sorry guys, the time change bit us all. I didn't even think to mention it out there that I moved in time by an hour, but you guys didn't. Sorry guys. And what else have we got here? Lots of chat going on in the chat. And nothing I need to. Curio Foxtrot says, I love having a YouTube feed of smart people sharing fantastic ideas. Curio, I couldn't agree more. I love everything you guys put out. I love the content out there. I'm a YouTube guy. I don't watch TV. I would much rather watch YouTube videos and learn something. I'm a content nerd. I really, really don't watch TV much. I spend a little bit of time each weekend with my fiance watching TV, and it drives me up the wall. I do it just to spend some time with her, but I detest it. I hate mainstream TV for the most part. I would much rather learn something or spend some time with you guys in a live show. It's really awesome. Guys, the Skype line is still open. Please feel free if you'd like to give a call and have a chat for a second. Please call in. Gregor said in Slovenia it is 1:03 a.m. And Steven said he'll watch the video back after. Absolutely, Steven. That's one of the reasons I love doing these live shows on YouTube, the fact that it's automatically recorded and everyone forever can go back and see this. Admittedly, not many people want to watch an hour-long live show, but yeah. And Survival Tech Nord said the time change was wonderful for me. Good stuff. I'm glad that worked out. And a bunch of people saying TV is basically crap, which it is. Mainstream, I'm going to sell you something, I'm going to make you dumber for watching it. That's what TV does. It's absolutely horrible in my opinion. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. I think we're caught up. Let's see what we've got for the remainder of the show. Skype lines are still open. No, not that. We don't want to share that. You guys don't want to see the back end of YouTube getting all grumpy at me. Where did we leave off? We left off here. And there we go. We're good. Upcoming sneak peek, guys. This week I'm going to try and get the I2C OLED. This is the organic organic LED screen. Guys, I can't talk tonight. The organic LED screen out. I did a quick how-to video, shared some code, multiple different code. Hope it helps someone. It's a lot of fun little unit. Tech tip of the week, guys. Guys, if you haven't seen these, you need to see these. So, I keep bags and bags of mainly zip ties in here. Everyone's seen basic cable ties. Just nothing fancy. Zip ties. More and more people I run across have never seen these. These are a cable tie anchor point. What they have is an adhesive back, and you can put the cable tie usually in either direction, and they're for anchoring wires. They come in multiple different sizes, and you can find them on eBay or actually your local UAP Napa, etc. probably stock these. What you want to do is want to find under self-adhesive cable tie mount is the best way to find them. In this case, I found a seller on eBay selling 100 of them for $3.45 free shipping. Guys, these things are so handy. For any project, wiring is always a problem. Keeping it under control, even in small projects, you can get these down to a really tiny size for tiny little zip ties and really make your project much more professional looking and easier to work with because you can route all the wiring like specifically to each bus or each sensor system. You just put a bunch of these side by side and route them together and do your twisted pairs and stuff in there. A lot of people I run across have never seen these things, and I thought it worthy of sharing. They help me a lot on every project I use them on, even right down to small projects. But yeah, they work really, really good. Hope that helps someone. Hope you find that handy. And I'm just going to quickly check the chat, and we're going to close it out. If no one calls in via Skype, I think we're going to wind it down. Yeah, I see some stuff here. Some comments on the OLED. Get it working, get it moving. Absolutely, guys. And David said, my OLED arrived today. It's so tiny. Yeah, they are. They're 0.96 inch. They're very small compared to the Nokia 5110s. They're very small. But definitely have a purpose in our applications. And let's see. And reading. Survival Tech Nord said, thanks for all the subs tonight, guys. Good stuff. I'm glad to see you guys making some contacts, finding some new people. That's why I do this. It's awesome. And Survival Tech Nord said, I also need to get active in the forum. Oh, we've got a call, guys. Let's take it. Hey, Jake.
Hey, Eric. How's it going, man?
It's going excellent. And you, sir?
Doing better, doing better. I just finally got some new stuff in the mail today for new Arduino projects coming up.
Good stuff. What'd you get?
Some new RGB controllers for LEDs, some other MOSFET stuff for it, and some more 433 megahertz transmitter receivers.
Very good, very good.
And hopefully, what a project I'm going to be working on will be the to put some LED strips in each room just to control them using the 8266.
Excellent. That sounds like a fun project.
Yeah, each room will have its own. Everything will be tied to just the one Arduino, which will be cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, hopefully everything will turn out good. So how's everything with you?
Oh, no complaints. Really great Monday today, and I'm on our live broadcast, and that's the highlight of my week, honestly.
I know I got here late. I just woke up because of the time zone thing.
No, I look forward to this one, and it's far less work than the other nights of the week when I sort of loathe editing video this lately. I don't know why. I'm in a slump where I just can't get my head into doing editing. Last week was just too busy. I ended up working really late through the night last week. That's why I only got one video out. So sort of recovering, trying to get back in the swing of things. It's looking good.
Yeah, I'm happy tomorrow. I'll get my tripod as well and do some more videos. Woohoo! No more shaking.
Good stuff. Excellent. Can't go wrong with a tripod.
Taco Man is missing.
Yeah, Morwick's been he's been off radar for a few days.
Yeah, I know. He just messaged me like a couple days ago, and then he stopped talking.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello to everybody and see how everything's going, and that's about it, pretty much.
Good stuff, guys. That's Joseph in the chat there. If you'd like to check out his channel.
Have a good one.
Cheers, Joe.
Bye.
Bye. Good stuff, guys. I think we're gonna wind it down for tonight. This has been a fun broadcast. I always have a blast with you guys. This is just good stuff. I'm gonna take one quick spin through the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything, and we're gonna wind it down. And Brandon said, "Good show once again." Thank you, Brandon. Really appreciate that. My free time story said, "What were the plastic adhesive things called?" Adhesive cable tie mounts is what you want to search for, and you'll find them. And actually, you might want to check out your local automotive supplier. If you've got like an Ackland's Granger type supplier in your area, they'll probably have them in stock. And let's see what else we got. Jeff said, "Have a great evening, gentlemen. Don't let your meat loaf." Cheers, Jeff. And I think we are good. Good stuff, guys. I'm going to wind it down here. I'm going to say thank you to everyone for everything you do. Thank you for all the comments, questions, suggestions. Thank you for being part of this community. I truly appreciate it. I can't say enough about you guys. This is something special we got going on here. Good luck in all your electronics ventures. All the best this week in your projects. Hit me up on social media if you feel like it. Cheers, guys.